You know, I've always wanted to be a spokesperson, but Cub Foods doesn't spend money on things like that. Their business is saving people money on the best groceries available, and they work real hard at that. In fact, you could say that Cub has a knack for saving money, even on their celebrity spokesperson.
Steve, scan.
Great price.
Cub Foods. It's a new way to run a supermarket. Springboro Pike, Sugar Creek Plaza, and Salem Avenue.
Now, live from the studios of 1290 WHIO, your chance to take part in the Miami Valley's only midday radio talk forum. 1290 WHIO and Television 7 proudly present this simulcast segment of the Mike Scinto Show.
And good morning to you. We have had some hot shows in the past, and certainly no exception today. We're going to be talking in just a few minutes, and we encourage you to get on board early. We'll be talking to the head of what many call a hate group, a hate-mongering group. We'll be talking to the head of the nationalist movement in the United States. His name is Richard Barrett. He's from the South. And in just a moment, we're going to show you a special report from CBS News on what happened in Atlanta this past weekend during a march that took place to protest Martin Luther King's national holiday celebration. We talked during our radio portion to Richard Barrett, who is coming to us from the studios of WWL Television in New Orleans, Louisiana. And Richard shared with us some of his feelings about why he feels there should be majority rule, why he feels things like the Supreme Court is tired of affirmative action by its ruling yesterday on the Richmond, Virginia case, and why Americans need to unite under the red, white, and blue, as he calls it. He stopped short. This is a new era of white supremacists. He stopped short of criticizing blacks and saying that they are inferior. Right now, a special report on what happened last weekend in Atlanta from CBS's Peter Van Zandt.
A handful of white supremacists, surrounded by several thousand National Guard troops and police, marched through downtown Atlanta today, sparking violent clashes as hundreds of anti-Klan protesters tried to storm the marchers. At times, the angry mob nearly broke through the human wall of troops.
The numbers of demonstrators were a little bit bigger than they could handle at this particular checkpoint. They started breaking through.
Watch your back! Watch your back!
Everyone became targets as demonstrators threw anything they could get a hold of: bottles, bricks, and stones. At least 6 National Guardsmen and police were injured by the flying debris. 16 demonstrators were arrested.
You can spit, but we won't quit!
Today's march was staged by Richard Barrett, who heads up a Nazi-like organization called the Nationalist Movement. He marched to protest the Martin Luther King holiday.
Our love of America is going to conquer the hate that you saw here in the streets of Atlanta today.
Was it worth it today, the rocks, the injuries, all the emotion, the hate we saw today?
It was worth it to have Old Glory, the noblest flag that ever kissed the air, to fly in the streets of Atlanta. Yes, sir, it was worth it.
Late this afternoon, the demonstrators moved into another section of Atlanta where they smashed windows and confronted other skinhead youths. Police broke up the confrontation.
Richard Barrett had predicted as many as 1,000 white supremacists and Nazi skinheads would take part in today's march. Only 7 showed up, but they managed to bring downtown Atlanta to a standstill. Peter Van Zandt, CBS News, Atlanta.
And in just a moment, we'll be joining the facilities of WWL Television in New Orleans, CBS affiliate, with Richard Barrett standing by. We're going to give you an opportunity to talk to the man you just saw on that tape about the white supremacy movement, about the nationalist movement, and we hope you can join us on 1290 WHIO, Television 7, The Mike Scinto Show.
You can take part in The Mike Scinto Show by calling 457-1290 or toll-free anywhere in Ohio, 1-800-345-1290.